Hey, this is really genuinely hilarious. Tucker Carlson bravely covered on his program Wednesday the fact that CNN host Brian Stelter fired his nanny because she wouldn't get vaccinated. Now, what's really, really funny about this segment, first of all, why is Tucker firing the personal home staff decisions of hosts on other networks? I don't know. He doesn't have bigger and better things to do. But the really funny thing is, in hearing the leaked audio of Brian Stelter explaining it, Brian Stelter sounds eminently reasonable. I never have cared about Brian Stelter. Now, after hearing what he did, I'm like, wow, he really seems to be thoughtful about what he's doing. Let's get right into the segment and take a listen to this. This is supposed to be an indictment of Brian Stelter. But I'm thinking, wow, he really cares about his kids.
So as we told you last night, and you may have noticed, CNN pulled its top-rated anchor, Chris Cuomo, off the air for the crime of helping his brother. But you can't just pull someone off TV. You have to let people know ahead of time. Otherwise, you're going to have about a dozen people tuning in and wondering, wait, where's the steroid guy?
Now, that's actually kind of funny. Okay, but now we'll go from Chris Cuomo to Brian Stelter.
CNN, the Dwarf King, dispatched his eunuch with the news that Chris Cuomo was being pulled off indefinitely suspended. What's so interesting and tells you so very much about CNN is we learned today that the eunuch himself would like Chris Cuomo's job. Ooh, the betrayal, Mr. Beria.
By the way, the eunuch, I guess, is his nickname for Brian Stelter.
So interesting. So it raises the question, what kind of person is CNN's media critic?
Right.
We've come across audio that answers that question.
Uh-oh.
So here is, and we're going to use his name for the first time, Brian Stelter, explaining to a group of people that he has fired his nanny, who of course remains nameless, because she refused to get the injection. Listen to this.
You know, me and my wife both work full time. We both make enough money to have a nanny during the day in New York, and our nanny refuses to get vaccinated. And so we are parting ways with her. And it was very, very sad that we thought after 6 months of seeing the vaccines are all good and everybody's fine, that she would come around.
He gave her 6 months, guys. It sounds eminently reasonable. Brian Stelter has a nanny. I don't know how many kids he has. He just says, I don't know. I'm sure I could. It doesn't matter. Maybe the kids can get vaccinated, maybe not, based on their age. Doesn't really matter. You want your kids to be spending time around vaccinated people. They didn't even say to the nanny, you got to get vaccinated today or you're gone. They gave the nanny 6 months of being unvaccinated, saying she'll come around. We like the nanny. We don't want to get rid of the nanny. And she didn't come around. What on earth is the controversy here? And Tucker Carlson apparently thinks this makes Brian Stelter look bad.
So the headline here is that CNN's media critic blithely dismissed his little non-white servant because she didn't obey. And
now, do we know the nanny isn't white? I don't know about that. But when he says blithely means it's casual and cheerful indifference that is callous or improper. The audio says it was very sad and we gave her 6 months. We said, okay, we'll get in the next 6 months. Once we know everything that now we know about the vaccines, she'll come around and she didn't. That doesn't sound blithely to me.
That is, quote, very, very sad. Well, how sad? How sad was he exactly?
Doesn't sound blithe to me.
Did he pay her health insurance until she finds a new job? What is she doing to eat and pay her rent now that she's been dismissed by CNN's very sad media critic? We don't really care what happens to our servants, do we, when they disobey? So we asked CNN today. Of course, we got no answer at all, which is itself.
Why would CNN give Tucker information about Brian Stelter's privately hired nanny? This is crazy. This is a story on Tucker Carlson.
An answer, which is we don't know. We don't care. Tells you a lot.
What an insane story to be covering. That just really makes you wonder, what exactly is Tucker Carlson's real issue here with vaccines, if there is one? Because my belief is Tucker Carlson is smart enough to realize that as a decision, it's a completely reasonable decision, particularly when you give a 6 month runway of saying, all right, we don't like it, but we do like the nanny. She's going to stick around. We're going to give her 6 months. Hopefully she'll get vaccinated. She's still not getting vaccinated. We're going to have to part ways. I am sure that privately, Tucker Carlson knows that that's completely reasonable. There's no way that he's so stupid as to think that this is really the blithe act of an individual. But it is obvious that he is completely captured by what his audience expects him to be saying. And that really doesn't excuse what he's doing. It really doesn't. But I think that that's really the explanation, because I have a very hard time believing Tucker is this stupid. And this story choice, of course, the nanny of a host on a different network is a story. Imagine if I started coming here and telling you guys about the things Sam Seder is doing with his large domestic staff. I'm making that up. I don't know of any domestic staff that Sam Seder has, but you all would rightly say, David, what exactly is the news here? What are you talking about? And that's exactly the reaction we should have with Tucker. This is for clicks, and it's working. It's working, guys. It's working really, really well for him. We are going to be doing, this is so soon now, we are going to be doing the next the final of 2021 viewer town hall. All of you are welcome to call in, and I hope that you will. Here's the details. December 14th, 6 p.m. Eastern. December 14th, 6 p.m. Eastern. Where will it be streaming if you want to watch? If you want to watch, the town hall will stream on the Pacman Live YouTube channel. That's the second YouTube channel. YouTube.com/Pacman Live. If you want to participate in the town hall, beautiful. Everybody's welcome. Wide open. We will take calls via Discord at davidpacman.com/Discord. Everyone's welcome. We will also have a priority channel on Discord for our website members. So if you want your shot at getting on to increase dramatically, sign up at joinpacman.com. Not only will you get the daily bonus show, the commercial-free audio and video streams of the show, you will get a member-only priority channel during the December 14th town hall. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back after this with quite a program for you today. One of our sponsors is Shaker and Spoon, the monthly cocktail subscription box that delivers ingredients and recipes for artisan cocktails right to you. I've been having fun using Shaker and Spoon to make cocktails at home. One of my favorite is Citrus Paradisi, great blend of vodka, tonic, lime, green tea, and rose. You open up the box, the whole presentation is awesome. They've got all the ingredients except the alcohol and really easy instructions. Even if you know nothing about mixing drinks like me, you're still going to have fun and create drinks that turn out really well. I've been impressed with the results I've gotten with the Shaker and Spoon recipes. You learn a lot about mixing drinks. It's fun to do on a date night. It's a great time, and it makes a perfect gift because you're giving someone a really cool experience. Shaker and Spoon is giving you $20 off when you use promo code PACMAN at checkout. Go to shakerandspoon.com/Pacman, and the link is down below.